Hey everyone, good evening, happy Tuesday, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another stream. We are yet again returning to Train Sim World 5 on the beautiful Groningen Zwolle route. And of course, just as always, we are starting our journey here at station in Zwolle because there's just so many trains happening, so many trains arriving and departing at any given time. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Timetable Tracktest. And so basically this is a series of live streams during which I'm gonna conduct live play test of my own custom timetable. It's going to be a 24-hour timetable on the Groningen-Zwolle line. It is still, as ever, a work in progress, but we are hopefully nearing completion of our third service, which is basically a sprinter, the regular good old sprinter service between Groningen and Zwolle. I hope tonight will yield some valuable insights regarding that, and then maybe I can use those to finally release version 0.30 later this week or maybe next week. I hope that's the plan. Maybe we're able to get to that stage. So yeah, this is the second attempt of conducting a playtest. Last week I conducted a stream and I had some technical difficulties. I experienced some glitches where I would be stuck in the roof of the train. I have no idea why this happened and how this could potentially happen, because I've never had this happen before. As a matter of fact, I conducted a playtest of this set service literally 2 days ago, and I was able to reach Zwolle just fine. So I hope it was a one-off bug. We're going to find that out tonight. I have a couple of services ready for us. We have a couple at this moment. I've completed a two shunting services. One of which involves us actually coupling a sprinter, an SNG unit, to another SNG unit. And I have two services, one from Groningen to Zwolle and the other one from Zwolle to Groningen. And of course we'll end off the night by returning the coupled train, all 6 compartments, to the shunting yard once again. So big disclaimer here, the timetable is of course not properly optimized. We will see it once we are starting, once we're gonna actually start the service. You will see that sometimes, especially near Groningen, we will have to wait a little bit because other trains have priority over us. So unfortunately, that is going to happen, and it depends. I will fix that once I've got the entire timetable up and running, of course. So for now, the main objective for tonight is to actually get our sprinter train coupled up in Groningen, arrive in Zwolle, and return back safely, and then actually shunt it back to the fork. That is basically what we're going to be doing. I'm going to get out of this map. Let me quickly check the audio. The objective for tonight is to actually get our sprinter train coupled up in Groningen, arrive in Zwolle, and return back safely. Alright, so please forgive my voice tonight. I'm a bit under the weather, and with a bit I mean quite a lot. There's a flu going around, and unfortunately I've been affected by it, so please forgive me my nasal and one monotone voice tonight. Let me click on my custom timetable, SNG, and as you can see, these are all the services that I have available. So this first service is just literally going to drive an SNG unit to Groningen. 5 minutes later, this service starts. Basically, it's the train. These two trains are standing next to each other at the fork, at the shunting yard. This one is going to be coupled to this one. Basically, we're going to have one train with 6 compartments. That train is going to Zwolle, it's going to return to Groningen, and then we are going to send it back to the fort. I'm only going to conduct one of these two services for today, otherwise it's going to take a long time. I've actually tested this one rigorously and it works, so no need to keep testing it. So we're going to dive into this service, which is going to drive this SNG unit to the station in Groningen and couple it to formation 1004. This is formation 1004. Let's go a little bit forward in time. Let's just say we are on the 26th of October and we have light clouds. And of course this service does not have guard mode because it's a shunting service. Of course there's no guard mode. And let's get ready for takeoff. So the first thing, what I'm going to, while I get the train ready here, where is the ATB? Yes. So basically the other train that was leaving for Groningen was basically just standing here and it already left, and we are taking this train. A couple of things, like I said before, the timetable is currently highly unoptimized because according to the game it's going to take like 12 minutes to arrive in Groningen, which shouldn't be the case. I mean, it should literally only take like 7-8 minutes or so, but it's just the reason why we are waiting, and I can show you, is because of this train that is literally just arriving in Haren. That train is going to drive past us because we are here, and it's going past us on the same track to Groningen Europa Park. So here you can see this is the shunting, the other shunting service. It's currently moving right now. It's on the way to Groningen, so that one is also in front. So we have a couple of minutes to spare while we are waiting for the train to pass by. So if we look closely in this direction, we should be able to see the other train actually pass us by. Now, please forgive me as I have to do a bit of adjustments here live on stream because this one shouldn't be here. My sincere apologies, it should be here. There we go. The logo, every time I play Train Sim World, it should be on the bottom because otherwise I can't, otherwise you cannot see the heads-up display. Although of course we're going to turn it off most of the stream. It's good to have a clear overview. So I have selected, I've opted for light cloudy weather, so maybe we'll have a little bit of rain, but at least until, I think until Assa we should be able to enjoy the beautiful autumn sunset and sunny weather with the beautiful autumn colors everywhere. Let me have a quick look on the map. How is the train doing? So the intercity from Assen to Groningen basically just left Haren. It is on the way. And we should be able to see it drive us past in just a couple of minutes. So I did manage to fix the bugs that was plaguing our service during the previous stream. Because if you remember correctly, we were stuck in front of right in front of the station in Groningen and we couldn't do anything. Basically, my logic was all fine. There was no problem with it. It's just I forgot to add a couple of things in there to allow the train to actually get into the station. It turned out, and I had no idea, because by default this route doesn't have any coupling and uncoupling services by default in the timetable. Other DLCs have. This one doesn't, unfortunately. But it turned out I actually had to contact traffic control by myself manually by pressing the tab button and then just clicking on contact signaler. And once I would do that, then the signal would actually turn orange. So it was something manual on my part that I had to do, and I just had no idea. Alright, as I keep yapping about, here's the train. It's about to go here around the corner, so if you look really closely in the distance where the dot is, you should be able to see something yellow and blue pass by any second now. And that also means that is almost our cue to leave. It's really hard to see. Yeah, it's passing by now. You should be able to see it just in the sunlight. There it goes, and now it's out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind. And that is our cue, because that is basically the entire train, that the only train still that we were waiting for. So let's get ready to move to Groningen. There we go. And we're cleared to leave. So at the shunting yard we have a maximum speed of 20 kilometers per hour, so we can't really go that fast, unfortunately. Even like 7%, that should be okay. 19, 20, okay, I gotta slow down even more. Alright, I'm overspeeding already, let's just turn it off. So the maximum speed in the shunting yard is like 20 kilometers per hour. So yeah, it's gonna take a while before we're out. You will see, by the way, you will see a lot of times tonight that we will arrive too early at our destination, or that we will have to wait. My sincere apologies for that. The timing is not optimized yet for this service, so I still need some optimization to do, and I think I probably have to increase the AI difficulty, because the AI is a tad too easy now. I tend to like arrive at least 30 seconds to 40 seconds to like a minute too early sometimes, which is not what we should strive for. So please forgive me regarding the timing and concerning the fact that not everything's properly optimized for me today. Right now, the most important thing is that we're able to get from point A to point B with this train. And from point B to A, of course. We also need to return back to Groningen. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I see some new people getting on the stream. Have fun. We just passed the 40 kilometer mark, so now we can actually finally get some speed in. We should be arriving in Groningen in approximately 4 or 5 minutes. Again, please forgive my cold. It's the weather's horrible recently, so if I sound a bit monotone and under the weather, that's because I am. All right, now we're going on the main railroad. And we're cleared for 80 kilometers now. There we go. ATB says 8 now. Let's go. Finally get some speed in, at least for the time being, as you know, the moment we're arriving in Europa Park, we are definitely going to be told to return to the slow speed of 40 kilometers. Basically here already. Basically here already we should return to 60 kilometers. Let's just stay at 62. And it can only be, here's 6, so the ATB is getting back to 6. And the moment we arrive in Europa Park, that's our cue to slow down to 40 kilometers, like now. Alright, so now we see a yellow traffic light, and that's basically indicating that we have to prepare to stop for the next sign. The next sign is the one right in front of the station, and that one will be red unless, and I will actually, keep it red for now so you can see what's going on. I'll just keep the heads-up display on for a while. Let me check the audio if you can still hear me. You have to prepare to stop for the next sign. Okay, the audio sounds pretty good. So you can already see it maybe in the distance. 4 red lights. I don't want to get too close because otherwise the emergency stop's going to start, and that's going to fuck things up even more. If I press contact signaler now, as you can see, the second light is now blinking orange. So now we are allowed to pass at restricted speed. Basically, the blinking orange light is telling us that that there's a hazard in front of us. There's another train on the tracks. It's blinking, as you can see. And this is basically the thing that I did wrong during episode 3, because I had no clue that it would actually be like this. Oh, I'm dramatically overspeeding, by the way. I'm sorry. And basically because of this, now I am allowed to get into the station. Let me start braking. There's the previous train from the other shunting service. Let's try to stop nicely. There we go. So this is, unfortunately, one of the downside of the current state of affairs. When it comes to my service, we have arrived like pretty much a minute and 20 seconds too early. So we have to wait for a minute before we're able to couple with the next train. Sucks, unfortunately. So I still have to, like I said before, I still have to increase the AI difficulty a little bit and optimize all the timings. For now, I'm just using these services to verify that everything's working as it should. And if we have learned anything from previous installments of Timetable Tracktest, if the game tells you to wait, trust me, we better wait. Really, we better wait. So when the clock hits 52, we are allowed to couple, and then we're gonna couple the train. There's of course one thing that we manually need to fix. We need to manually turn off the other train, because you will see that later what I mean by that. The previous train was still on, and that could interfere with the train formation. Okay, let me put the train to forward, put the reverser to forward, and we should be good to go. Now it says couple to formation. I think 4 kilometers should be fine. And we're coupled. Actually, I don't understand why there are no coupling services in the original Timetable. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have completed the shunting service now. So now we can return to free roam. Turn it here. So we have 3 minutes to wait for the next service. I'm going to turn everything off here. And let's go to the previous train. to the second train, because I will show you what I mean with that. They haven't switched. The computer hasn't switched off this train yet. As you can see, I see all the light, all the stuff is still on. So you have to turn it off manually. It could potentially interfere. And now let's go to the front of the train. As you can see, PIS is working beautifully. Sprinter leaving at 4:04 to Zwolle. Stop calling at pretty much every station in between Roundtrip, Assen, Bijlen, and Meppel. And what I like about this particular service is that most of these stations are like 10 minutes or so, 10 minutes-ish away from each other. So that's great. So it's not like we're staring at each other for like 20 minutes at a time. We had that sometimes. We had that a little bit with the Meppel route, especially between Assen and Hoogeveen. It could tend to take a little longer than, you know. ATB on. Let me sit. Let me check if I'm still clipping through. All right, doesn't seem like I'm clipping through this roof. I'm not kidding when I say this happened during the previous stream, so I just desperately hope this is not going to happen again. And already some folks are lining up to enter the train as we have 30 seconds left before the start of the service. I believe this is the left side, so I should say unlock left in a moment. Yes. Alright, let's say unlock left. There we go. People are entering. So this is going to take around 3 minutes or so before we're able to leave. Alright, let me put the camera in front so you know we can have a nice front perspective. Let me molest the chair for a few more times to see if I'm really okay, everything's in order. I'm seriously, guys, I'm scared. I'm super scared that I'm going to clip through the roof again, because when that happened last time, I was unable to gain control of the train again. So I was in Hoogeveen and it ruined everything. All right, passengers are on board. PIS is working, as you can see. We're going to arrive in Europa Park at 4:09. ETA 4 minutes. Leaving in like 1 minute, so it says Zwolle. Let me get on board and get ready for departure here. One last check of the chair. Alright, everything's in order. As the last 30 seconds are counting away before we are departing. So we do have to wait a little bit longer because the intercity Groningen-Assen is also just leaving, literally just now. That's why, once again, I apologize for my poor choice of timing. So even, you know, when we are now closing the doors and everything, we are not cleared for takeoff yet. As you can see, the sign is still red, so we have to wait a little while before we can leave. Once the sign becomes orange, just like in a second now, it'll turn orange and we can set the reverser to forward. Yeah, there we go. And that means we can leave. And we're on our way, guys. We're on our way to Zwolle. Here's our queue. At least for a little while we can go 60 kilometers. Because right there with the orange light we already have to, with the orange traffic light we already have to slow down to 60. So, you know, just stay in the middle with around 51 and it can never, you know, you don't have to brake too much. There we go. There's the Hope Park already. Exactly 40 kilometers, and here's our first stop, that is Groningen Europa Park. Alright, unlock doors. So this is one of the few bugs that are unfortunately still in the timetable. Basically, on the bottom you see the departure time, and we are actually arriving later than the departure time, which is weird because our arrival time, yeah, there's something off here. I'm always structurally leaving, like arriving later than my departure time, than my arrival time. Sorry. So at this moment, we're always having like a 30 to 40 second delay at this part of the journey. So that kind of sucks. Not to worry. I mean, we'll fix that over the course of our journey. Once we are heading to other stations, such as in the direction of Assen, we'll always be on time. But it's just a bit off. This is one of the few things that I do have to fix in the final version. Also, my apologies for the lack of third rails tonight. I don't know exactly what is going on, but third rails is having some difficulties with me right now. Every time when I try to start up the app, it would have .NET errors and whatnot. And we also need to slow down a little bit. We have an orange light. That is because the intercity that was in front of us from Groningen to Assen is actually calling right now in Haren. And because of that, because of the intercity train being quite close to us right now, we had to slow down just a little bit, but now it's fine. We can speed up again and we can go almost full speed, 130. Not to worry though, in about 2 kilometers we'll need to slow down again. There's the other train. And that's our cue to slow down. I think it's 60 kilometers. Yeah, 60. We gotta slow down to 60 as we are arriving in Haren. We're experiencing a bit of delay here. That's fine. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. And it's starting to rain. And there we go. Approximately half a minute too late. don't worry too much about the departure times. I still have to figure these out. What I do have to figure out is turn on the wipers, because oh my gosh, it's starting to rain. That is, although, you know, all these autumn colors on the trees are absolutely beautiful, that's also the other side of October. It's highly unpredictable in terms of weather. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's go. In approximately 11 minutes, we should arrive at our next station in Asse, while the next train is passing us by. It's about 20 kilometers still until we arrive. 4:27, in like 10 minutes we should be there. Maybe a little bit earlier, you know, considering we tend to speed up quite fast around. And that's full speed. There we go. At our top speed of 140 kilometers. Let me, god damn it, not this again. I pressed the wrong button again. I sometimes have that with these trains because there's different button combinations for this particular train, so my apologies. I accidentally put the reverser back in neutral, and then it changes the maximum speed, and then of course all the alarms start to ring because I'm way overspeeding. I'm always inclined to press the S button, but that will just change the reverser to neutral, and then this stuff happens. Alright, I'm going to set this to about 41%, that should be okay, a little bit less maybe, and then we should be able to use this to cruise to the next stop. At the end of the stream, if I don't forget, that is, we can still take a quick peek in the TSW5 editor, so I can show you like what the current setup is for this service and how I got it to work. So also it can serve as a bit of insight for those of you that would like to or that would like to, or are in the process of creating their own timetable. You can have a look what's going on behind the scenes. And it's a bit, of course, of an extension of the previous stream where we would spend most of our time inside of the editor. Oh my god, the weather is absolutely horrible. I'm afraid we're going to be overspeeding soon. We're pretty close now to Assa, 8 kilometers approximately. A couple of minutes left. Of course, we will have to slow down a couple of kilometers. But so far so good. Bit of traction. I said add a little bit of traction. How much is the incline? 0.2. Getting close now. There we go. Definitely overspeeding now. Let's just turn the traction back a little bit. This is mostly my cue. Every time I see this sports complex, I know, like in a few minutes, literally we are arriving in Zwolle, in Assa, because directly besides this green traffic light, as you can see, there is an 80 kilometers per hour sign. Oh, god damn it! I'm doing this shit again. There we go. I keep pressing the wrong buttons, I'm sorry. So, 80 kilometers. That's our cue for arrival. And while we're at it, we can continue to decline to 60. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we have to go to 60 already. Yep. There we go. About a minute left before arrival time. So far, so good. And that's our cue. The orange traffic light prepared to stop, so we should slow down to 40. Pretty much right on time. I think this is right on time. Now we have about a minute and a half. So at certain stops in certain stations, like for example Asse and I believe in Hogeveen, I have a lot. Oh, there the train to Groningen is leaving. Oh, bro, not this shit again. Why? Why is it doing like this? It's always like this for some reason. I don't know. Every time when I play the game myself, it doesn't happen. And every time while I'm streaming, it's doing this. Alright, let me get in. Let me reclaim control. Alright. Yes, get started. Alright. Basically, note to self, don't get up anymore. I don't know what's going on. But this is really getting annoying. Yeah, alright. So now you got to experience the bug firsthand. Sometimes it happens. I have no clue whether this is a bug in the game, a bug with the train, or it's a bug in my timetable, because every time when I play this off stream, I'm not experiencing any issues. Literally zero. And now, like, I've experienced issues during the previous stream. It was that annoying that it would prevent me from continuing any further. And, or maybe it is because I'm streaming, I don't know exactly. But now you actually got to see the bug firsthand. So basically, until we are in Zwolle and the service has been completed, I am not getting out of this chair anymore. I'm sorry. I'll just use the different camera standpoints. Hey, Train Tracker, I don't have Train Sim World 6 yet. I also don't think at this moment I'll be buying it anytime soon. At the moment, I don't think it's worth the upgrade, so I'm gonna stick with Train Sim World 5. But you know, maybe I'll get it in the future, Train Sim World 6. So again, the bug. I'm going to sit in this chair until we arrive in Zwolle. I'm not getting out because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin the surface again. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it is a bug in the game, or with the train, or it's because I'm streaming. So I'm not sure. But yesterday I've actually played through. I've played through the entire round trip from Groningen to Zwolle and Zwolle to Groningen, and there was no problem. So I'm still a bit lost as to what the issue could be. The route I'm playing is the Spoorlijn Groningen-Zwolle. The route that they released like in, I believe they released this in March of this year for Train Sim World 5. To about 40%. I also think, I'm starting to think, because the train is bouncing around a bit more than it normally would. I also don't know exactly what's that about, but maybe that also could contribute to me being stuck in the roof of the train. I just don't know. But you saw it happen on stream, so now you know I'm not making this stuff up, it's real. It's real and it's alive and kicking. But in order to prevent all progress being lost, I'm not gonna get out of this chair. More kilometers, around 4 or 5 more minutes, and we should arrive in Bijlen. getting the orange traffic lights, the yellow traffic light, like any second now. Maybe the next sign is going to be the one indicating for us to slow down as we are getting close to our next stop. Yeah, there we go. What does it say? That's 80. All right. And this particular sign will definitely be 40 kilometers, so we can already start slowing down now. That's the prepare to stop sign. Nobody wants to get out, which I can completely understand. Weather is absolutely horrible. It's horrid. Alright. Yep. Green light. That means full speed ahead to Hogeveen. Next stop. We're going to arrive there in 8 minutes around. 14 kilometers. 48, 42, that should be fine. Tiny bit less traction. 141, this should slowly go down, I guess. Driving over speed limit. No, I'm at the exact speed limit now. Oh well. Now, 4 kilometers. So the one thing you need to know about Hogeveen Station, you've probably also witnessed it during the very first episode of Timetable Tracktest, where we had to literally go for a really sharp braking pattern, because the amount of time you have to brake is really too less. But you know, luckily we got some practice in. It should be fine. Because I mean the ATB is not telling you to slow down until like at exactly 1 kilometer from the station, which is way too close. I believe we should almost brake already. It's like, yeah. So basically we're already going to make the turn really soon. I believe it's already here. And once we make that sharp turn to the right, that means it's time to brake. Time to hit the brakes. There we go. We can already start braking. Look, not even a kilometer away from the station. The station is already there. You can see the lights. That's fucking insane. Oh my god. There's my point, bro. Are you kidding me? Wow. That is steep. That is really steep. Not gonna lie. Well, it's actually a first. We're 20 seconds too early. That's also nice. It's a welcome change for once to arrive early at a station. But all in all, I will need to check the timings a bit because they're a bit off. And let's open the doors so we can go on. We have about a minute here. I'm not getting off the chair because I don't want to shoot through the roof again. I really don't know if this is a game issue or a train issue or a timetable issue or whatever. Maybe I need to update my game. It could be possible. I'll have a look into that. But in any case, we should be able to make it until Zwolle. Let's close it down this way as we're heading on to Meppel. Yep. And we're cleared for full speed. On to the next stop. Next stop is Meppel, which we are going to arrive in approximately 10 minutes. And then from Meppel to Zwolle will take approximately 15 minutes. So at 5:15 in-game time, we should arrive at our final destination, Zwolle. And after that, we have like a bit of like a couple of minutes before the next service basically starts. We have a couple of minutes, to kill before the next service is going to start, and then we're going to do the same journey but in reverse. So we're going to complete the round trip from Groningen to Zwolle and from Zwolle to Groningen, and then everything comes full circle, and then we're going to bring the train to the shunting yard. down a little bit, remove a bit of traction, so we'll go back to 140. But otherwise, we only get half of the points. We don't want that. We want full points. I mean, I don't expect us to get a platinum medal this run, but you know, at least gold would be nice if possible. But you know, I'm not playing this this surface to get a medal. I'm just checking if it's feasible for us to move from point A to point B. If everything's working as it should, and at least so far, you know, not taking the roof and the arrival times, the broken arrival times into account, everything's working pretty decently. Ah, there's a bit of sunlight now. Nice. Seems like there's sunlight at the end of the tunnel, finally. Awesome. Wow, it looks awesome. Oh, that was all the sunlight? Really? No more sun? Ah. You got my hopes up for nothing. I thought it was gonna be sunny now. Oh well. What can you do about it? What can we do about it? Lights, the distance, yes. I think the next traffic light's going to be yellow. Oh, we already have to slow down. That means we're going to make a left turn in a bit, and once we do, we should be able to see the Leeuwarden-Meppel Railroad on the right side, the track. This is Leeuwarden-Groningen, but on the right side later you should be able to see the Leeuwarden-Meppel track. Yeah, that's your cue to slow down, prepare to stop. And so basically this railroad that you see here is going in the direction of Leeuwarden. But you know, unfortunately that is not part of the route, so we can only we'll only be able to add AI trains to that direction. But basically this is the point at the map, this is the exact spot on the map where both directions come together and then follow one track towards Zwolle. We have some time left, approximately a little bit over a minute, so that's awesome. Instead of arriving at platform 1 like we did in the first episode of Timetable Tracktest, we are going to be arriving this time at platform 2. Sprinted to Zwolle is what it says on the PIS. Yep, there we go. Alright. 30 seconds too early. That's great. I can wipe my nose. I can sneeze for now. How about no? But let me quickly open up the doors, and I'm gonna quickly sneeze. My apologies. I'm really under the weather, as you can probably hear by my voice today. And here we go. Yes, load passengers. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thank you for waiting for me. We had to wait anyway, considering, you know, that the train's not moving yet. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. There we go. We can close the doors already. Yep. We got the go ahead. I believe our max speed is 120 right now. unlike what the ATB says, but I think around Meppel the max speed is 120 kilometers. So I gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, 120. Here it is, 120. And between Meppel and Zwolle, the maximum speed tends to shift a little bit between 120, 100, and 140 and whatnot. So basically, at this part of the railroad tracks, we need to keep an eye out for any speed signs that are there. Now we're on the way. In approximately 12 minutes or so, we should be arriving in Zwolle, platform 14, which is going to be our final destination. And then we have successfully completed our first lap of our journey. Then we basically have to do everything again, but in reverse. Then we're going back to Groningen. And we are at 140 exact. So maybe 37% should do fine for now. Yeah, so 36% should be okay. Still no sun in sight. At least the rain is getting less, so that's we got that going for us. That's nice. Alright, that's 120. Yep. To all the new people just tuning in on stream, welcome. Welcome to Train Sim World 5. I'm currently I'm playtesting some aspects of my own custom timetable for the Zwolle Groningen route. I'm currently testing out some of my sprinter services. We're almost nearing Zwolle. 10 more minutes and we should be there. $18, $19. Yep. Alright, let's go. So, there we go. Clock it in at 140. You know, we can see we're getting close to Zwolle because of the windmills here. You barely, I don't think you see them anywhere else on this map, besides when you are getting close to Zwolle station. That's like the only place where you will see them. So that's a good indicator. Last couple of kilometers before we arrive in Zwolle. Should I turn on the cap light? Oh my god, that's so bright. Nope. I don't really want to turn it on. I don't know what reading light is. Ah, fine. It's just so bright, the cap light. I don't like it. I like this better. Of course, if it gets dark later, then for sure I should turn it on. You know, depending on the situation, but there's the bridge. I recognize this bridge. that means only a few more minutes now. I believe we're going to take a right turn soon, if I remember correctly. And then we are almost prompted to slow down. Going to the left, actually. Okay. I thought it was to the right, but that's also fine. No, we're still going to the right. There we go. And slow down to 100. 100 kilometers per hour. 100, right? I saw 100. I saw 10. Oh, now it's 100. Okay. There we go. Now it's 100. That took a while. Yesterday, or like a couple of days ago, when I was playtesting this as well, I thought like I was going crazy. I was certain I saw 10 on that sign, and then I was like, how come it's still 130? But turns out I wasn't going crazy. It was really there. Alright, 60 kilometers. Slow down even more. Here you have it, the 6. And there we go. Prepare to stop, slow down to 40. And right there in the distance, you can see the lights for Zwolle. And that means we are arriving at our final destination. So unfortunately, no other traffic at this station yet. This is the first service that we have made for our custom timetable that is actually to arrive in Zwolle. So that's why you don't see any other trains appearing or any other traffic. AI services around Zwolle are like my least priority. They're going to be, I'm going to create all the AI services around this station only once I have finished all the services that I want to implement in my timetable. Basically, it's one of the last few steps that I will do. My next step after the Sprinter service is going to work on the night intercity services. So basically, intercity services that will run in the middle of the night between Groningen and Zwolle. Let's start slowing down as we arrive on platform 14, the classic platform. There you go. We've arrived. We've arrived 1 minute too early. Alright, that's interesting. But we have arrived. So we do have to wait a little bit again. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the PIS is already updating. In like 10 minutes, the Sprinter service back to Groningen should depart from this platform. So the idea is, this is platform 15, over there is platform 16. I'm planning to use both this platform and this platform for future sprinter services. And in about 20 minutes we are cleared to open up the door. 20 seconds, sorry, not 20 minutes. All right. I believe I have set about like 2 minutes of unloading. I've set 2 minutes for unloading. It's a bit at the long side, but it's fine. Let me get some water in the meantime while we wait for the load-unload process to finish. And then, of course, the big question, can we stand up from this chair without clipping into the wall? If so, wonderful. Otherwise, it doesn't matter, because now I can just start the other service, so that's fine. Let me just get some water real quick. Because if I were to clip into it in the roof right now, I could just literally go back to the main menu and just manually start the next service that we're going to play. Considering we're now at the final destination. Now it doesn't really matter anymore. Alright, that's our cue. Lock doors. And that's it. Service completed. I've probably not obtained a medal because, of course, because it's only taking the time from Assen into account because I restarted because basically I teleported, I gave up control of my service and then I came back again, as you can see, Bijlen Hogeveen, so it's, oh well, it doesn't matter. Return to free roam. We have 5 minutes until the next server starts, so turn this off. And of course, I am clipping into the wall. That was to be expected. Alright, doesn't matter. Once again, I have no clue why this is. Let me just start up the new route. So we've just successfully completed this route. Now we're going to be doing this route. We're going to be on the same day, 28th of October. And it's Light Ring. And we're going to play as a driver. So now, nothing happened, you didn't see anything. This is just what we're going to be doing. Master key on. Open it. Can I? Okay, this works. So I'm actually, hear me out. I think it is also possible that this happens because I also did the coupling service plus the driving service in one go. I think maybe there's a little bug in there that causes it to happen, because every time when I start a service like by itself, there's just no problem. So, not sure what's going on here. Anyway, we can wiper in the interval. Here we go. Let me go outside for a moment. So, everybody's sitting in the dark. Let me turn on the lights. Train lighting on. There we go. Hey guys, sorry about that. Train is full. PIS is working. We're going to be in Groningen, I believe, at like 6:30 or something local time. One thing, unfortunately, that is not working, that is, I think is another bug that I need to fix, is that my notifications are not working. It should say like load passengers and everything on like the top left, but it doesn't. So I think that's also a mistake from my part. I probably forgot to turn some of these things on. Like I forgot to turn the notification on. So that's just something I gotta fix as well. But we are leaving in 1 minute, so let's get ready. I go to our first stop. Let's go to Meppel. And we're gonna continue the same route, but we're gonna be doing it backwards. So I really think that if I started the game by just playing that service from Groningen to Zwolle by itself, and then just took the return journey home, that this probably wouldn't have happened, that I'm clipping in the roof, but clipping through the roof, but doesn't matter. I don't know exactly what am I supposed to take off. Let me check. Oh, it also doesn't say when I'm supposed to leave. That doesn't really work. So 6:39, we're gonna be in Groningen. Now let me wait. Like I think it should be fine now. Let's just lock it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now it works. Now we can go. And the parking brake. There we go. Parking brake release. Classic mistake for my part. There we go. And now we are departing Zwolle. Alright, 60. Oh, we can instantly go to 100, even better. Then why put the 60-kilometer sign there if you can already go to 100? approximately 13 minutes before we're going to arrive in Meppel, platform 3. There's our sign. We can go full speed now. As we're driving towards a beautiful, almost purple sky. It has a beautiful purple hue right now. That looks awesome. I've never seen it like that in the game before. Wow, that's pretty. Traction. Oh, I'm already overspeeding. Great. Yep, we're going downwards, so then it's going even faster. Creamery. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm also in the meantime I'm also pulling Mude cards, and I just got my star wish. Holy shit, I did not expect that. Whoa. Bro, my heart's pounding in my chest, man. That's like the top 5 card that I just drew. Holy shit. Oh my god. Sorry about that. I didn't expect that. No matter what happens, this stream is already a huge success. I just got the card I need. Awesome. There's a lot of pressure falling from my chest. That's awesome. Wow. Alright, let's have a look. 14 kilometers left, approximately 9 minutes. As we drive past the windmills again. And the last bits of daylight are fading away. Some overspeeding always happens. Let me slow down a little bit. that sky looks really beautiful. I love it. Ah, crap. All right. There we go. So what is the max speed? 120. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. I don't know. Now you can really see that I'm super rusty when it comes to the SMG. I mean, I feel much more at ease when it comes to the ICM. It's just so much easier because, okay, so to put it in perspective, the W and S key control the reverser to forward and reverse, and A and D. A is for acceleration and D is for braking. But braking on the ICM is with the semicolon, like for example with the semicolon button. And considering that, you know, that these buttons are so close to one another, the WASD keys, I always kept pressing the wrong button, and then I'm just putting the reverser in neutral. So basically, and then all of the alarms are starting to go crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna be having a bit of a delay on the way to Maple. I'll try to be careful. Let me finally stop the wipers. I mean, the beautiful sunset is looks wonderful. Wow. Sunset, a beautiful sunset can fix a lot of problems, theoretically speaking, huh? At least we got rid of the rain, so now we can enjoy a nice quiet sunset. think the delay is gonna be minimal. I hope. I can only hope. but so far so good. Probably no use to go back to 140 because we are literally almost at Meppel. And there is our cue to slow down, 80 kilometers. Yellow lights, so we have to basically go to 40 kilometers now, so we can just keep on. Yeah, ignore that, we have to go to 40 now. Yep, there we go. And there we are, back at Meppel. This time we are arriving at platform 3. We actually got people waiting here now. Quite a lot of people. Holy crap. It's rush hour after all, so I mean I can't blame them. And again, all right, some people are getting off. Holy shit, there's a lot of people. I mean, not too bad. We're probably going to be 1 minute off, 1 minute late. That's respectable considering the little fuck up I did earlier. Yep. Yes, folks, we are officially in the rush hour. Oh my god. Looks just like real life. People keep bumping into each other. Yeah. 10-10. Absolute realism. What are they doing? What are they doing, bro? The exit. Hi. The exit is there, people. Keep walking. Come on. Okay, let me, I need to turn on the cap light. I cannot see anything anymore. Yep. Yeah, green lights. I believe it is 80 kilometers, yeah. I'll turn it off, it's so bright. Oh my god. I mean, I only need the A and the D key anyway, so it doesn't really matter. there is the track to Leeuwarden. We are going to the right in the direction of Groningen. And there's a clearance for full speed. Just in time. In 9 minutes, we're gonna arrive in Hoogeveen. 18 kilometers to go. It's officially getting dark now, it's hard to see anything. Luckily we only need the A and the D key, so I should be fine. I mean, don't they have like a little reading light here or something? Yeah, it doesn't work, reading light, so... I don't know where the fuck the reading light is, but okay. I'll have a look later. Let me just first turn on the cap light. Where's the ring light? Is it in the cabin? It's in the cabin probably. Signal lights. Let me turn down. Oh wow, I cannot see anything, so normal headlights. Okay, I'm gonna turn the cap light off. No, I don't see anything! Oh well. It's okay. Dark out. Oh my god, that's crazy. So 6 more minutes, 11 kilometers. We are well on our way to Hoogeveen. And we're getting closer and closer to the direction of Groningen. I mean, can I see like cab light, turn it on? Can I turn like, there we go, normal high beam. Now I can probably see a bit more. Turn off, yeah, there we go. This is, wow, this is extreme. Dipped high beam maybe. This is fine. I can live with dipped high beam. underspeeding, classic, always like that. I know probably the dipped high beam is not for this particular situation, and that's probably for foggy situations, you know, where it's really foggy outside, but I mean, for me it works. At least I'm able to see, you know, where I'm going, a little bit more about the surroundings. Okay, we should be seeing a sign to slow down any second now. We're only 3 kilometers away from Hogeveen, and as we saw on the way to Zwolle, it is a pretty steep break. There we go. I see an orange sign. Is that mine? Or no, no, it's on the left. That's not mine yet. I still have a green sign. But we gotta be ready for everything now. Anything. Is that it? Yep, that's it. All right. Slow down. And while we're in Hogeveen, I'm going to fix the light because this is too bright. I mean, from the cabin it's hard to see. But you know, once we're playing the outside perspective, once I'm switching to the outside perspective, oh my God, this is so bright. This is too bright. Literally blinding people's eyes out. Hogeveen, there it is already. Oh my God, I gotta hurry. Slow down a little bit more. And there we go. Okay, let me fix the light. So it was dipped high beam, normal headlights. Oh yeah, I gotta unlock the door, sorry. While we watch all these people getting on and off the train, yeah, this is fine. This is more than enough. This is regular. It's just from this perspective, you cannot really see it that well, but it's fine. I mean, if we switch to, God damn it, if we switch to the frontal perspective like this, it should be fine. Yeah. All right. Tick. Oh, we don't have a clearance yet. Okay. Oh, there we go. Full speed ahead. Let's go to Bijlen. In 7 minutes, we're gonna be arriving there. 14 kilometers. Oh, there's still a little bit of daylight outside. That's cool. Or is that? Oh no, that's not. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I'm being stupid. Sorry. Distance between Hogeveen and Bijlen and Asse is really limited. It's like 10 kilometers or so. And you know, if you compare this to Meppel, Zwolle, for instance, the distance, I mean, then this is almost nothing. Just a little bit less traction, because otherwise I'm only going to get half the points. Half the points are no points, so I'm going to get the full amount of points. One or less is still 27, then it should quickly drop down to 140. Please, can we please? Yes. Let's just keep it at 37% for now. Go. Getting close now. Last 3 kilometers, so we probably should see the slow down sign really soon. Don't see it yet, but what's that? Is that a green sign or is that a yellow sign? I can't see it. Oh, okay. It's yellow. We gotta slow down to 60. Oh, and it's raining again. Classic. Classic. Let's turn on the wipers. There's the S sign, so the station is right there. Let's slow down further to 40. We can be a little bit assertive here before we arrive at this yellow light. Yeah, that's 40. And here we are. Zwolle with pouring rain. My goodness. Goodness gracious. Oh my god, I can barely see anything. That's ridiculous. Let's do a minimal break now while we arrive at the station. My nose is getting worse. Oh my god. It's either... Oh, I got so many umbrellas, bro. Everybody's entering with their umbrellas. Okay, so here the timing also is off because we arrived on time, but we were we were supposed to leave now already. So this probably needs an additional simulation to get everything running properly. Anyway. Clearance? Hello? Charlie Tango to tower. Thanks. Okay, I gotta increase this because oh my god, this is ridiculous. Let's just do fast. There we go. Next stop, Asse, 8 minutes from now, 16 kilometers. And then, I believe in pretty much 20 additional minutes, we're going to be in Groningen. Perfect. my god, it's pouring rain, bro. I don't know if I've ever seen this much rain in Train Sim World. Okay, let me put this to interval again because I don't like this. Let me put it to free. That's fine. Turn off the cap. There we go. Now would probably be a great time to do the high beam lights, but to be fair, I mean, I can already, thanks to the rain, the lights have like become a bit of some kind of floodlights, so now it's even easier to see what I'm doing, so that's great. I can breathe. My nose is free. Oh my god. Oh, that was nice. I gotta keep my eye on this on the accelerometer. On the accelerometer. Jesus, I cannot pronounce that word. Accelerometer. You know what I mean. This thing. Okay, audio's still working. I mean, it's been well over 2 hours. I don't even know. Let me quickly go to my second screen. Bro, it's been 2.5 hours. Holy shit. 2.5 hours. Let's just say it's gonna be at least 3 hours. Plus, we still have to complete the shunting service, of course, to the shunting service to Groningen, to the fork, to the shunting yard. So, yeah, it's probably going to be another half an hour, 45 minutes. So feel free to stick around. The more the merrier, I always say. Oh, I'm overspeeding, dudes. No more traction for a while. What, 40? There we go. Put it to 38. We're having a... Oh, yeah, okay. We're going down, so... That's why. Pretty steep. Just a bit more traction. Where on earth are we? Oh, we're almost in Assen already. My god, this is going too fast. 5 kilometers. Climbing up, so more traction. Can't have too much traction unless you're at a speed limit. means we're in Assen. Definitely. And that's our prepare to stop sign, so we gotta go to 40. And there we are, Assen. We are back. And there we go. 2 more stops left. Haren and Groningen Europa Park. I have approximately a minute. That's great. I'm gonna get some water and I'll be right back. So I have like a minute left. And I'm back. There we go. Starting it. And that's green. Let's go. And now we've officially started the last sprint of our journey. Haren and Groningen Europa Park. And then we're going to be at our final destination. Somewhere around here is the 140 kilometer mark. Yeah, there we go. Full speed ahead. Let's go. Add a little bit more power if we wanted to. .36, 137, 38, and let's put it to 42% traction, a bit less, 38, that should do the trick. And it's around this area that we start to see more trains. You know, the trains moving between Groningen and Meppel, and the train to Assen. I've missed them. I've missed the trains because, you know, around Hoogeveen and Meppel and Zwolle, there's basically no trains whatsoever. So, I mean, it's great to see, you know, around Groningen and Assen, we actually got everything pretty well occupied. So that's good. Of course, the final goal for Wake 24 for the whole timetable is to have the entire map full of trains, so that it feels so much more alive. And I'm probably not going to add as many freight trains as I wanted to, because, I mean, there's already going to be a lot more services, and I don't really know how to accompany them, especially considering everything is the whole time schedule is going to be pretty tight, I reckon. But, you know, these kind of additions will be like on the bottom of my priority list. First of all, I want to fix this particular series, the Sprinter 600 series. So basically, this is going to be a Sprinter service 24/7 between Groningen and Zwolle. And once I finish that, I will probably allocate the next installment, the next episode of Timetable Tracktest to testing out the night intercity services. So then we're going to run with the ICM again. And then we are going to run regular intercity services between Groningen and Zwolle, which we'll pretty much only call in Assen. So that's also a completely different perspective. That's how the regular intercity services are in real life, basically. Okay, seems that we need 6 more minutes for arrival, 12 kilometers. Let's go. less traction. Yeah, we're steeping down. There's 0.2%, so that of course we need to reduce tractive effort. Alright, let's have some more traction again. Now we're even ground, we're level. Green lights. We are getting close though, but I mean it's not that close that we need to slow down already. Thunderstorm. That's wow. Thunderstorming for almost the entire journey already. All right, there's Onnen, shunting yard Onnen. That means we are really close, and that we also probably, yeah, there we go, 130. And so here is where the game gets a little funky, because it tells us to slow down to 130, but literally the station is like 1 kilometer away. And I mean the sign, the traffic light is still green, but I mean with 100 kilometers per hour, how are you on earth are you able to properly slow down? So I mean that traffic light should have been yellow, to be honest. And yeah, so this is a bit of a wild western style of train driving. I literally got to slow down. Considering I'm really driving like a western style, because I'm like a minute too early. Let's keep it at 60 kilometers. That should be fine. On the way here, we also went for 60. So let's start slowing down now, because now we need to. Oh my god. Two episodes of parking, and I still cannot call on this station properly. I don't know what it is, but I suck. It's official. Well, Okay, not too shabby. Not too shabby. We are 1 minute too early though. So, I mean, we got that going. That's nice. And these poor guys, these poor bastards don't even have an umbrella. They're just standing there. Are you kidding me? Alright, let's open up the doors. I kind of wanted to see the people like trying to get in, but oh, there they go. They're still walking with their umbrella. This is so funny, really. People walking in with their umbrella. Come on. And the last one. There we go. Okay. Lock both. And there we go. Next stop, Groningen Europa Park, like 4 kilometers away. That one should be a quick call. And then we've completed our services, guys. Now we've successfully made a round trip between Groningen and Zwolle. Wonderful. And the only thing left for us to do is to return this train to the shunting yard. You see the yellow light there already, right? I mean, by the time we reach 100 kilometers per hour, we already have to slow down. The stations are that close to one another. Oh, it's not this one. Sorry. It's the next traffic light. Basically, like by the time you almost get to 120, they'll tell you, "Hey, bro, it's time to slow down." Max is 80. Okay, there we go. Ah, another train. I see 60 kilometers an hour. Just on time. And there's Europa Park, so we have to prepare to stop. It's super dark here. I can't see anything. Nobody wants to get out. I can understand that completely. Let's what's going on? Oh. There we go. Ah, another train. Considering I just saw the train going to Assa, I think this is probably the train to Meppel. Let me check, we can actually check this. This one is going to Assa. Okay, so yeah, this one is passing by Europa Park, so probably the train that we just saw earlier was heading to Meppel. And there we go. And technically we are arriving in Groningen for a second time now. But you know, it's funny. These poor people are standing in the pouring rain. Why are you do that to yourself? I think when I started this scenario I said light rain, right? I didn't say rainstorm, but okay. And that's all, folks. Alright. Arrived. We survived. So now we gotta spend around 2 minutes unloading fictional passengers. They're not getting out, but you know, fictionally speaking, they're getting out. Anyhow. It's also about time because my Bluetooth headphones are losing connection every 2 seconds. Every second, literally, the audio is interrupting. So I hear like pieces of audio all the time. But without audio, I cannot properly play the game, so that's why. Alright. That's our cue. And we can lock it. High five. We got, did we get, is this platinum? I don't know. No, it's not platinum, it's silver. So, all in all, I think we were like in the most of the stations we were 1 minute too late, and otherwise we were 1 minute too early, or we were 1 minute too late again. Alright. Return to free roam. So we have to wait 3 minutes before we can go to the shunting yard. So let me turn this off, and please, for the love of all that is holy. Oh, for fuck's sake, he's doing it again. I'm so glad, by the way. I'm so fucking glad that I did not stand up. Alright. It's happening again. Alright. Well, this sucks. Let me go to here and go to the SNG, and then we're going to do this one. Return this SNG unit to the shunting yard. 28th of October. And let's just say light rain. We're gonna start this service manually. Alright, let me quickly reconnect my Bluetooth headphones because the audio is driving me nuts. The audio is not working well. I gotta put them in the case real quick. Yes, now it should be fine. Let me check. Test. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Oh yeah, it's alright. I see what's going on. Yes, now it should be fine. Let me check. Test. 1, 2, 3. What's going on? Yeah, it's alright. I see what's going on. Hold up. Yes, that should be fine. Let me check. Alright, let me try this again. It should be fine now, I guess. I'm not sure if I hear anything right now, though. Yeah, okay, I can hear the game audio again. I hope the microphone will bear with me for a few more minutes while we're going to return this SNG unit to the shunting yard. Alright. The best part is we don't need to load and unload any people. Turn on the ATB real quick. And, oh, we got the green light. We got the go-ahead, so let's go then. Ugh, this again. The parking brake, classic. Parking brake should be getting better now. Yeah, it is. Ah. So with the parking brake active, it's always a bit weird because it takes a while for the parking brake to go to 9, so that it's like it's not affecting it anymore. Okay, we can go to 60 kilometers per hour now. It takes a while for the parking brake to go to 9, so that it's like it's not affecting it anymore. Now it's nice. Now we can actually bypass Groningen Europa Park for once. The parking brake is just past the 4, so that's fine. And we already got to slow down. Great, that was quick. 40. You gotta slow down to 40 kilometers. And that's our main speed for the remainder of the of the run. And I still gotta increase a little bit because otherwise Alright, now we're off the main track. We're going towards now we're actually getting off the main track and we're going towards the shunting yard. There we go. And soon we should probably already have to slow down. Yeah. There are the signs. 20 kilometers, so let's just slow down to 20 while we're at it. There we go. This should be fine. Prepare to stop sign is ready for us as we're heading towards the right direction. And basically right there you can already see the floodlights where we should stop. And that's where we are going to park the train. And that's all for tonight. Let me just turn on the lights, why not? No, I hate these lights, man. The cab lights are so bright. Oh my god, I cannot handle them. I hate it. And there it is. And there you go. We're gonna wait. Oh, it doesn't matter. Alright. We are about 1 minute too early. Again, unfortunately. Nothing much we can do about that, but that is, we've arrived at the shunting yard in the Fork. We've officially parked the train. And it's safe to say, guys, we went on a wild journey tonight. I mean, we conducted 2 shunting services. One actually involved coupling 2 trains together. We actually conducted a whole round trip back and forth from and to Zwolle. Mamma mia, I'm exhausted. I don't know about you guys, but I am exhausted. We made it. I am super scared I'm really super scared to press the E button and get out of the chair. So I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Alright guys, that is the end officially of today's stream. However, I promised you the Train Sim World editor, and I don't have my shortcut anymore, so let me quickly let me open up the editor. and add it for you in OBS so you can see actually what's going on. You can have a look what's going on. Alright, it's booting up. Bear with me for like 10 seconds or so. Will I get this running? Still booting it up. No worries, don't go anywhere. Oh man, it's slow. What's going on? Come on. There we go. Loading, 83%. 86. Was there? Did they have an update or something? 426. I don't know. It's a lot slower than normal. There we go. Let me put this view to my second monitor so I can show it to you for OBS, and change the input right now. Boom. There we go. Just a quick show and tell video, actually. Yes. All right. Why it's like this? Oh well. This works, I guess. This works. Perfect. All right. First, I gotta open up the map real quick in order to make it work. And to show that the map is successfully loaded, let's just let's just teleport to Zwolle, to the station, so we can see that the map has been properly loaded. Here we go. It's a bit bright, you know, considering now that we can see the map during the day. Of course, it's loading a lot of things, so it's a bit slow. Press G, go into game mode. Here we go. Still a bit slow, unfortunately. I'm using a lot of resources. Let's just open up the timetable. You will not see it probably, so I have to change it again in OBS. Change the source in OBS. Here we go. Boom. Okay. So the services that you see here, that's the services between Groningen and Meppel. I think I showed those already. And on the left here are all of the services, basically the 24-hour services between Groningen and Assen. And the difference basically means that this first server starts in Groningen, this one in Assen, then Assen, Groningen, Groningen, Assen, Assen, Groningen. Basically they're alternating between each other. That's what they're doing. And there's a lot of these services, two per hour, so 48 in total. And here in the corner you can see the services that we have been driving today. This is the first shunting service, stopping at platform 7. So basically my logic was correct with the coupling, but I forgot this little white line to connect both services together, and then also use the tab key in front of the red light, you know, to manually call upon the traffic control and get this working. Once I did that, it worked. And of course, here we both are then coupled to the Sprinter 600 services. We went to Groningen, Haren, Assen, Bijlen, Hoogeveen, etc. And the service stopped, and this is the last service that we did. We went from Groningen to Zwolle, and this is the shunting service that we've just completed at the shunting yard in the fork. So, and basically with the coupling, this is what it looks like. And this is, of course, this is work in progress. I'll be continuing onward with my findings. There's a lot of findings. Having said that, I'm going to close down the editor. And I'm just literally going to continue. Oh, it just works naturally like that. Perfect. Now you can also hear the beautiful rain, like the rain sounds in the background. It's perfect. It's a great ending to a great stream. The end result was not always amazing. It was not the best, you know, I mean, considering that we had some glitches and everything, but I got a lot of valuable insights. Basically, there's a little bug, either with the SNG or with the game or with my service. Maybe I have to re-simulate it. I don't know. One of these three. I gotta figure this out. I gotta run some more tests. But the services themselves look and play great. No issues whatsoever, except for departure and arrival times. Some of these are a bit off. I gotta take a look at these, re-simulate them, and of course change the time so that it really uses the actual times in the timetable. So those are a couple of assignments for myself that I'll be working on over the course of the next few days, maybe a week or so, to improve the timetable further and get this completely running as it should. Guys, it's almost been 3.5 hours. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. There's a few of you that have been on the stream for hours, considering there's always at least a couple of people on there. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me tonight. I highly appreciate it. I'll be back with more streams. I'll be back this weekend on YouTube and most likely later this week on Twitch. I'll be trying out some Twitch streams. Yeah, I nothing else I can say than just thank you guys for your tremendous support. Your tremendous support. It's been awesome. Great stream tonight. In the next timetable track test, I don't think we'll be still working on the Sprinter services. We'll be moving on to the night intercities. Keep an eye out on the GitHub. That is for the Awake 24 project. With the new findings, I hope to be able to release the new version 030 really soon. With that, I would like to conclude tonight's stream. I wish you a great remainder of your Tuesday night. I know I'm going straight to bed because I'm absolutely exhausted. But I wish you a great remainder of your Tuesday night, and I hope to see you all in the next stream. Take care, stay awesome, and until the next one. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.